manager needs to insert those into a hash table. Family manager also has another feature, or let's say print. What do you want to call it? Print circle or something like that? Or print?
Either print or dump.
No, not the dump one. The dump one is on the hash table.
Circle and friend circle.
Friend circle or something. Print group. Okay. Now what that does is it takes in a family ID. I believe it takes the family ID. It looks that up in the hash table, prints out that family, and then it goes through the list of the 0 to 3 friends for that family and prints out the information for each of those families that are retrieved from the hash table. Okay, now, the other thing is the hash table, from an internal requirements point of view, the hash table needs to use a linked list for and chaining for the collision resolution. And I set the hash table size at what, 7877, which is a prime number. It's large enough that you're not going to get everything colliding all the time, and but you will have collisions. And one of the things I added, which is really artificial, I mean the whole thing is artificial, but it's more artificial than the rest, was I added a dump table method. And this is really just a diagnostic thing, just to make sure that you guys can make sure that your hash table is matching what I had. And so that expected output, most of the expected output is just a big dump of the hash table in index order, just 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 7, 8, 7, 6. If you do your hash function correctly and everything else correctly, but the hash function is the biggest part, if you do your hash function correctly, then every key you'll try and put in the same slot as what I put them in. And then you insert everything in. I didn't mention this, I should have. When you do have a collision and you're inserting into the chain, then you insert at the front. So that's the most sensible thing to do anyway. Did I mention that?
I think yes, you did.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you said insertions should be done to the front.
Okay, great. If you do that, you'll get it in the same order as mine. So if your hash function is the right value and you insert to the front of those linked list chains, then you'll end up everything with the same as mine. A couple of you asked for the advanced version, which I can send email on that, but I can also describe it here real quickly. The advanced version is not required, and if you do it, your output won't be the same as what I'm doing. So do that on your own, and, but it's a lot harder. The advanced version was, did I leave the print full circle or something like that commented in the driver?
You did.
Yes.
You left
There's
one of
also
those.
a note in the instructions that says there's an advanced version of this program for no additional credit that also adds the feature of finding all friends of friends, etc. until a certain group size is met.
Right, and that's what happens there in that find full group or whatever it's called, full circle. It should be an integer that gets passed in, and that's the max size. So the idea there is Rice has all these apartment units, like 200 people can fit in an apartment unit. I mean, not one room, but the apartment unit. And so he's trying to divide all the people up into which apartment unit they'll go into, and he wants to clump people together with their friends. And so this thing is you feed in a ID to start with, and you add that family to the apartment, then all of their friends, then all of their friends. You keep doing that until the total population for that apartment group is the max. And then once that's the max, then that's it for that group. And the idea is you keep repeating until everyone is placed in an apartment. So for those of you who want to do the advanced one, you can try doing that. It is a little bit tricky. You have extra stuff to keep track of. Like you have to keep track of which people you've already put in an apartment, because they can't go in more than one place. You have to keep track of, you have to figure out how do you pick a new starting one, because there's no real way in the hash table to say, tell me everyone who's left. So you have to have some additional data structures in the family manager to manage that extra information.
Like having like a third list or something for which ones have already been used?
At least, yeah.
That is,
So-
Price doesn't delete them in the first place.
And then also, for those of you who are trying to tackle that, which, don't do that until you have the basic one done. But if you're trying to tackle that, the other thing you want to do is, or to consider, is it's a recursive function. So you can say find groups starting with a certain key, then you find that family, And then for each person in that friend list, you call find group again with that new key, but you have to pass some data back because you're building this up as you go.
So it's basically just running the same algorithm until the apartment builds up.
Right.
Or gets close enough that we
Well,
go, like.
so you can't fit another, yeah, you can't fit anymore, right? Okay. That's the basic idea. But it actually turns out to be kind of tricky. I started writing that myself, and then I realized that it was going to take me more time than I wanted to spend doing that because I really wanted to get this published for you guys to be able to start working on, and I wanted to get started with grading the other assignments. So I didn't finish it, just got far enough to say, huh, yeah, this is kind of tricky. So,
Well, if you're saying it's tricky, then oh dear God.
so it's not part of the assignment.
You don't want a 2,000 line function.